for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hamilton Sports Central. This is Rick for another live stream watch along. Today we have some changes to make on today's lineup. So Cachatonis is not playing. Benete is starting free safety. Amos will start after the first play. White will go from backup field halfback, and he will be starting halfback on field side. And Hassini will be coming into the lineup as a third guard. So it looks like they'll probably do in some extra guard packages, and they won't be using the fullback tight end, and they'll have more wide receivers, possibly. I don't know what their plans are. But this came down probably 5 minutes ago. Rick Zamperin posted about half an hour ago, as we're waiting for the news to come out if Cachatonis was going to play or not, but he's not playing. So that is the only lineup change, or changes, I should say, for today's game, as we sit and wait for another 8 minutes while we go over and wait for the game to start. Let's look at some of the Hamilton stats so far this season, through half a season. Bully Van Mitchell's 232 for completions out of 335 attempts, 63.3% passing completion, 2,856 yards, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 112.5 efficiency rating, and 0.9 interception percentage, and 8.5 on average. If we go to rushing's not really that good this year. Greg Bell has 284 yards, average of 4.7 on 61 carries. His longest is 18. Not playing today is Johnny Augustine, who has 52 carries, 216 yards, 4.2 on average, and 23. What I want to see is, if we go to Toronto, Kevin Brown. Kevin Brown, in 3 games played, 18 carries, 37 yards, 1 touchdown, average of 2.1. And he has he's 5 for 8 for 32 yards and 11 yards after catch, average of 6.4. It looks like he's had a few kickoff returns. He's going to be playing backup to Greg Bell and Johnny Augustine's spot. So let's just go back here and use this one. So let's go back to rushing. Bully Van Mitchell has 10 carries for 60 yards, 6.0 on average. Antoine Milanovic-Litre, who's out with injury, 18 carries, 59 yards, 3.3 on average. Trayshawn Ward, third string running back, 3 games, 8 carries, 34 yards, 4.2. That was when Greg Bell was out. Tim White has 2 carries for 16 yards, average of 8.0. Jake Dolagala, 8 carries for 10 yards, 1.2. 2 on was his longest. He's going to be a short yardage tonight. Nick Constantino with the 1 pass for 1 yard. And he has 1 yard on average. I didn't realize Jacob Zott rushed, but he's played 5 games as a rusher, but no carries. And Keandre Smith has 1 carry for -5 yards. If we go to receiving, and we go to Hamilton, Kenny Lawler, 783 yards, 43 out of 69 targets, 126 yards after catch, average of 18.2. Tim White has 50 receptions out of 71 attempts, 596 yards, 235 yards after catch, average of 11.9. Keandre Smith, 44 of 61 for reception to targets, 549 yards, 202 yards after catch, 12.5 on average. Greg Bell has 25 receptions out of 33 attempts, 176 yards and 126 yards after catch, and 7.0 on average. Shamar Bridges, 16 of 28, 149, 39 yards after catch, 9.3 on average. Brendan Leary Orange, 10 of 16, 136, 41 yards after catch, 13.6 on average. Giovanni Robinson, 9 for 10, 135 yards, 64 yards after catch, 15 on average. Johnny Augustine, 9 of 13, 111 yards, 90 yards after catch, 20.3 on average. He's out today. Same with the next person, Tyler Tanowski. 7 receptions on 10 targets, 84 yards, 24 yards after catch, and 12 yards on average. So let me just pull this up over here, because I'm actually quite curious. Let's pull this up. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see from my contact in Saskatchewan who the head official is, and also who wins the coin toss, because the game's going to start in 2 minutes. Let's see here. So chances are okay, here we go. Family Day in Regina. It must be a theme. Let the battle begin. Do, 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 do. Wow. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Travis Harris is off to his best start since 2013. "35-year-old Bo Levi Mitchell." Oh yeah, by the way, we have to edit this banner. Riders. Vince, let's go, Mwamba. Yeah, that's what I did. There. Jake says, get Rankin from Edmonton. That will fix our running game. Yeah, hopefully we can get that. Why isn't this? Oh. Cancel. I want to delete this one and use this one. There we go. That's better. And this should actually say first quarter. Milt's predicting 68 points for this whole game. 68 points. So the over-under's at 54.5, and Milt Stiegel saying 68. So let's see if I can go back to my contact, see if I've heard anything from him. Nothing. So I guess trying to find out who the white hat is for today, aka the head official. So we are looking at, this is a cornflake fried chicken. So a friend of mine, Nick Smalls, at the CNE. And hold on, I'm going to, while we wait for the game to come back on, we're going to move this for a second. And we are going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to share this entire screen. So this here is Nick eating a corn fried chicken on a stick. This one is the smoked meat, Montreal smoked meat sandwich, which, okay. This one is Locke's Pickle Boat. Wasn't feeling the peanut butter and pretzels. Ew. This one is savory but surprised together. A bit awkward to cut and share, though. 5 out of 10. You know what that looks like? That looks like a pickle with whipped cream. Is that whipped cream? Yeah, ask him. By the looks of the picture. But yeah, those are the... Oh, what do we have here? Oh. First is CNE, so what's this? A meatball mozzarella corn dog. Okay, I can dig that. 8 out of 10. I can dig that. What's this? Oh. Don't want to do that for copyright reasons. So, okay, so that's just inside a corn dog. Yeah, so go check out Nick_Small throughout the day, and he'll have his reviews of interesting things over on. Okay, so Justin McInnes is the head official. Hamilton deferred, and Riders are starting with the ball first. Jake says Ticats got to get drive going, drain the clock, and get touchdowns, less time for Harris and their offense to test or injury defense. Well, Riders are starting with the ball first, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, so we have Rod Smith and who? Rod Smith and wow, this is going to be the first Riders game where I don't see Glenn Suter doing play-by-play. Rod Smith and Paula, please. I can dig this. 7 games with 300-plus yards passing this season. 11 games with 70-plus passing completion record. Seven and 1 this season for Corey Mace. 69-1 career record. Scott Milanovich is 6-3 this year, 4-1 on the road. Let's go, Legu. Lego kicks off 79 yards to Saskatchewan 1, and Myers returns it for 27 yards to Saskatchewan 28. Kylie Fisher with the tackle, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Saskatchewan 28. Harris is 6-1, 75.2 passing completions, 2,183 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Adriolette rushes for 4 yards to the Saskatchewan 32. Philip Ossie with the tackle, 2nd and 6 from the Saskatchewan 32. Come on, defense. Let's stop him here. 2nd and 6. Let's go. Come on. Yes! Let's go, Moxie. Harris passes incomplete to Duncan Busby, broken up at the Saskatchewan 47 by Jonathan Moxie. And 3rd and 6, and they're going to be punting. Oh, Moxie almost had the interception. Oh, I just seen the highlights, and Moxie almost had the interception. Oh, Moxie. That would have been good. That would have been good had that have been an interception, because it would have been at 32. Winnipeg or Saskatchewan 47. We would have been halfway up the field already. So the rookie White with the return. Koch punts 46 yards to the Hamilton 32. White returns 11 yards to the Hamilton 43. Benoit Marion with the tackle. So it's 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 43 already. Let's go, Bo. Let's see what we got. Bo 69 point. Oh, that's too slow. Nice. Bo pass to Greg Bell for completion for 18 yards to Saskatchewan 49. Roland Milligan Jr. for the tackle. First down, Ticats. 1st and 10 at the Saskatchewan 49. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. Let's go, Bo. Come on. Oh. Yes! Defensive pass interference. Let's go. So, Bo Levi Mitchell pass incomplete to Kenny Lawler. It was incomplete, but it's defensive pass interference on Campbell, 24 yards from the Saskatchewan 49 to the Saskatchewan 25. First down, Ticats. 1st and 10. Let's go. And I appreciate those 29 people that are watching as well. Greg Bell with a 16-yard rush to the Saskatchewan 9. Let's go. First down, Ticats. Greg Bell rushes for 0 yards to the Saskatchewan 9. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Saskatchewan 9. So they've changed it to Greg Bell with 1 yard to the Saskatchewan 8. So it's 2nd and 8 for the Ticats. Can I see if that's better for people? Bo Levi Mitchell rushes for 4 yards to the Saskatchewan 4. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 4-yard line. Let's try to... Field goal units coming out for an easy chip shot. Mark Leggio field goal attempt for 11 yards is good. So Hamilton Ticats lead 3-0. Let's go update our banner. Oh, save. I forgot to do something. We got to do this for a field goal. So let's take that off now. Edit. I have to put Harris is out here. So Harris. 0 for 1. That's 1 carry. 4 yards. Milligan Jr., 2 tackles. And we also have OC. Let's go here. 1 tackle. Save. Put that in the banner. There we go. So Hamilton is 32.3 points per game. Saskatchewan's 29.1. Ticats are first. Saskatchewan second. Net offense 385.4 yards a game. Oh, I didn't get to finish it. Adriolette with a rush of 3 yards to Saskatchewan 43 as they take out the Saskatchewan 40. Second and 7. Good stop, good stop, good stop. Harris throws to Keyshawn Johnson for 17 yards to the Hamilton 50. Walton with the tackle, first down Sask. So it'll be first down, first and 10 from the Hamilton 50 for Saskatchewan. AG rushes for 2 yards to the Hamilton 48, so it's going to be second and 8 from the Hamilton 48. Come on, defense, stop them on the second down. As I'm watching the AJ Alette 2-yard rush on CFL Plus. Come on, defense. Yes! Harris just got picked off. Dustin Talbert with the interception. Let's go. At the Hamilton 39. So we got to add that stuff to the ticker. 1 for 3. Oops, 1 for 3. 17 yards. 1 interception. Let's 39. Oops. Johnson. 1 reception. 17 yards. I think that was it. And then we just got to put in Talbot, 1 interception. We have 4 people tied for tackles, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. As we are on commercial. Do, 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 do. So they changed it from the Hamilton 39 to the Hamilton 41, 2-yard difference. 8:08 left in the first quarter as Ticats lead 3-0. Bo Levi Mitchell passes to Giovanni Robinson for 25 yards to the Saskatchewan 44. AJ Allen tackled out of bounds. First down, Ticats at the Saskatchewan 44. Bo Levi Mitchell throws to Greg Bell for 13 yards down to Saskatchewan 31. Roland Milligan Jr. with the tackle. First down, Ticats. I'm liking this so far. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Greg Bell rushes for 12 yards to Saskatchewan 19. Lacombo with the tackle. First down for Ticats on the Saskatchewan 19. Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. There's a flag. Don't even know what happened on that play. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so it looks to be a penalty on Hamilton. Okay, so Bo sacked for 4 yards to the Hamilton 23, fumbled. Bordner with the return. So we got to see what the penalty is. Okay, so there's holding. So 2nd and 15 to the 24. Come on, Bo. Nice. Bo to Greg Bell for 10 yards. The Saskatchewan 13. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Mark Lego comes on again for another field goal. Mark Lego with the field goal. So we will get that updated, because this is most likely going to go to a TV commercial. $66 yards already for Bo. 3 carries for Greg Bell at 29 yards already. Greg Bell with 3 receptions for 41 yards. So he's already at 7 yards all-purpose already. Lego, what was that we just had? We had a 21. Field goal. And OC Mulligan with 3 tackles. Save. So 5:09 left in the first, and Saskatchewan's going to be coming out with their 3rd try on offense.
Springer is back.
Adriel rush for 6 yards to Saskatchewan 46. Julian Hauser with the tackle. 2nd and 4 for for Saskatchewan. Harris passed to Alette for 11 yards to Hamilton 53 yard. Mac Banaton with the tackle, 1st down. So 1st and 10 at the Hamilton 53 for the Riders. Harris passed to Keyshawn Johnson for 13 yards to the Hamilton 40. Kylie Fisher with the tackle. First down, Saskatchewan. See, this is where Saskatchewan can be dangerous, is if Trevor Harris gets hot. Harris throws to Deshaun Myers for 14 yards to the Hamilton 26. Mac Banate with the tackle. First down, Saskatchewan. Adriel rushes for 2 yards to the Hamilton 24. 2nd and 8. At the Hamilton 24. Come on, Harris, throw another interception or fumble the ball. It'll be great. Nice. Harris passed to Myers for 4 yards to the Hamilton 20. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the Hamilton 20. Come on, Brett Lothar misses field goal. Yes! Lothar misses the field goal. Even though he gets the single, we'll give him the single, but Brett Lothar misses the field goal. Let's go. $59. 5 carries for 17. Johnson has 2 receptions for 30 yards. I just want to make sure I spell this right. Yeah. For 1 field goals. I go 2 for 2. And we have Fisher. Save. Show. Do. Okay. Bo with 16 30-yard passes. Harris 17. Britt Dorf, what do you have to say? Bo, incomplete pass to Brandon O'Leary Orange. Second and 10 for Hamilton at the Hamilton 40. Bo rushes for 5 yards to the Hamilton 45, so it'll be 3rd and 5 from the Hamilton 45. So the Hamilton punt team is going to be coming on the field. So through the first 15, Hamilton has had 2 field goals. Saskatchewan has 1 missed field goal for a single, and that's where we start the second quarter. Do 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 do. Bo has an average of 13.2 so far, not bad. Trevor Harris has 8.4. AJ Ouellette has 3.4 yards on rushing on 5 carries for 17. So Jake says, who has the wins? Give me 1 second. So Hamilton 6 downs to Saskatchewan's 4, 66 passing yards for Hamilton, 59 for Saskatchewan, 38 rushing yards for Hamilton, 17 for Saskatchewan, 100 net yards for Hamilton, 76 for Saskatchewan, 1 turnover, and I didn't see. And possession was 6 minutes and 40 seconds for Hamilton and 8 minutes and 20 seconds for Saskatchewan. Come on, Constantine. A big kick inside the 10. Let's go. Third and 6 from the Hamilton 44 on this punt. Okay, a couple of flags on the field. Saskatchewan. So, Constantino punts 47 yards to Saskatchewan 18. McRae returns for 15 yards to Saskatchewan 33. However, Saskatchewan gets an illegal block return on Anderson for 10 yards from the 28 to the 18. So almost a 20-yard line. Let's go. Harris passing complete to Ouellette for the Saskatchewan 42. Second and 10 at the Saskatchewan 18. Let's freaking go. So this is what I like about Paula, please, is he'll sit there and explain things as a former OC and head coach. Philip Osai with a sack, but there's a flag on the play. So Harris sacked for 4 yards to the Saskatchewan 14. Osai got a 5-yard offside penalty. So it goes from the Hamilton 18 to the Hamilton 23. So it's second and 5. Pass broken up. That's okay. They still got a punt regardless. Oh, Jonathan Moxie with almost another pick. That's two. That's twice now. Ugh. That sucks so much. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for those 30 people that are watching. Muchly appreciated. So Couch punts. So there's a penalty on the play. Ugh. That would have been nice because what was the first one? The first one was where? No, it wasn't on that one. It was on this one. No. This one. 47-yard the first time. Now in this quarter, it's the 30. So Couch punts 64 yards to the 23. White returns for 17 yards to the 40. Benoit Maron with the tackle. And Hamilton gets an illegal block for 10 yards. So they go from the 26 or from the 15 to the from the 25 to the 15. It's weird of how he kicks it to the 23, but then we only go back less than 10 yards. Don't ask me how that works. Oh, now. Okay, make up your mind. So he kicks it to the 23. Okay, they say he only returns it for 2 yards. Okay, well, he actually returned it, by the looks of it, more than 2 yards. Okay, so question is, so no sack. Okay. Harris is 5 of 9. Save. Oh. 4 tackles. Greg Bell rushes for 5 yards to Hamilton 20, 2nd and 5. So what we got here. Bo rushes for 7 yards to Hamilton 27, 1st down, Ticats. Let's go. Bo throws incomplete to Tim White at the Hamilton 31, so it's 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 27. Bo throws incomplete to Brendan O'Leary Orange to the Hamilton 33, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the Hamilton 27. Constantino's out to punt for the Ticats from his 13-yard line. Punts for 51 yards to Saskatchewan 32. McRae returns for 20 yards to Saskatchewan 52. Simon Crave Chaves with the tackle. So there's some big nasty wind in Saskatchewan, which is why it didn't go as far as normally for the Ticats. So we gotta fix this. Bose 4 for 7, 66. Greg Bell is 4 for 39. Milligan with 3 tackles safe. 11:06 left in the second quarter. Hamilton still leads 6-1. Trevor Harris throws for 58 yards for a Hamilton touchdown on the first play to Myers. Wide open. So what happens when you leave him wide open? And they get the 2-point convert, so they're up by a field goal. Six of 10. Time for the Ticats to bounce back now. Lothar kicks off for 76 yards. White returns for 26 to Hamilton 30. Come on, Bo. Bo throws incomplete to Keaton Berglund. Throws incomplete. Nice. There's an illegal contact on Saskatchewan, so it's going to be a first down Ticats. So it's 1st and 10 at the Hamilton 40. Let's go. We'll take that. Just think of the Berglund catch as a 10-yard pass without a catch. Bell rushes for 4 yards to the Hamilton 44. Tackled by A.J. Allen, 2nd and 6. Both throws to Kenny Lawler for 8 yards to the Hamilton 52. First down, tackled by A.J. Allen. So 1st and 10 at the Hamilton 52. Both throws to Keaton Berglund for 5 yards to Saskatchewan 53, 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 5, sorry. Okay, so it's Giovanni Robinson who got the pass. They say Berglund caught the pass, but it's Giovanni Robinson. Bo passes to Greg Bell for 6 yards to Saskatchewan 47. Malik Carney with the tackle. First down, Ticats. 2nd and 10 at the Saskatchewan 47. Bell rushes for 3 yards to Saskatchewan 44, so 2nd and 7. Azad with the tackle. Bo sacked for 9 yards to the Hamilton or Saskatchewan 53. So it will be 2nd and 15. Or 3rd and 15. Constantino with yet another punt. Flag on the play. Time count. So they're now punting from the Hamilton 52. Nick Constantino punts 45 yards to the Hamilton or to Saskatchewan 13 out of bounds at the Saskatchewan 13. Or now they're saying the 11. During the teammate timeout, let's go and update our tracker. As K-Drew says, go Hamilton. Yes, go Hamilton. We want Hamilton to win today. Let's see. Bo is 7 for 11. 85. Bell has 6 carries for 41. 4 receptions for 47. Fisher, okay. Milligan Jr., Allen, Carney, 3 tackles. Okay. Harris passed to Tommy Neal for 9 yards to Saskatchewan 20, so it's going to be 2nd and 1. There's a hold on. Nice. There's a hold. So Harris sacked for loss of 5 yards to Saskatchewan 10. OC with the sack. Penalty holding on Saskatchewan declined. So it's 3rd and 6 at the Saskatchewan 15. So Couch punts 72 yards to the Hamilton 28. White with a 24-yard return to the Hamilton 52. So Hamilton starts with a 1st and 10 at the Hamilton 52. Bo Levi Mitchell passes to Keandre Smith for 8 yards to Saskatchewan 50. So we have, come on, 13 inches. So it'll probably be second. Bell probably got 2 yards. So Jake Dolagala will be coming out for the 3rd down. Oh, it's a 3-minute warning. After this 3 minutes, I'll update the tracker. Because, I mean, if Jake Dolagala gets the 1st down here, Bo will go into a Bo 3-minute and try to get a touchdown before halftime. Then Ticats have a decision to make if they want to start with the ball in the 3rd quarter, if they want to take the win in the 4th. I mean, it could be 14-9 right now if we got 2 touchdowns instead of 2 field goals, but it is what it is. Come on, Jake Dolagala. Come on. Yes. 1st down. Jake Dolagala for 1 yard rush to Saskatchewan 47. 1st down, Hamilton. Bell rush for 3 yards to Saskatchewan 44. So it's 2nd and 7 from the Saskatchewan 44. Come on, Ticats get another first down. Let's go. Bo sacked for 7 yards to the Saskatchewan 51 again. Wow, our offensive line has been playing like garbage today. So Constantino punts for 32 yards to Saskatchewan 19. McCray returns for 1 yard. Hamilton gets a 15-yard no-yard penalty, so they go to Saskatchewan 35. Harris throws incomplete to Robicelli. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Saskatchewan 35. So Saskatchewan is challenging the ruling on the play on the field. So they said that there is pass interference. 29 yards from the Saskatchewan 35 to Hamilton 46. AJ Ouellette rushes for 17 yards to the Hamilton 29. Anderson rushes for 3 yards to the Hamilton 26. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Trevor Harris passes for 26 yards for a touchdown to Tommy Neild for 26 yards. So Lothar with the extra point. So it's 16-6. So by the sounds of it, Hamilton will probably take the ball in the third quarter with the wind. Still a minute 5 left in this quarter. 8 and 11. Eight for 6. 5. 12. 142. 2 touchdowns. Save. So Hamilton's only down by 10. If we can get some points going into the halftime, well, it will be good. Lothar kicks off for 74 yards to Hamilton 6. Quinton White with a return of 19 yards to the Hamilton 25. Greg Bell rushes for 4 yards to the Hamilton 29. Jamal Thurman with the tackle. 2nd and 6 from the Hamilton 29. Bo throws to Kenny Lawler for a 30-yard pass to the Hamilton 51. First down. Bo throws incomplete to Kenny Lawler to the Saskatchewan 40, so it'll be 2nd and 10 at the Saskatchewan 51. Bo Levi throws to Brendan Leary Orange for 8 yards to the Saskatchewan 43. Okay, so they're going to go for it on 3rd and 2 at Saskatchewan 43 due to the heavy wind. Bo is sacked for 16 yards to the Hamilton 51. Fumbled by Bo. Barrow with the recovery, but it's turnover on downs. So Lothar's going to go for a 58-yard field goal. So they're saying it's not a 59-yard attempt. So Riders kick a 59-yard field goal as the time expires to give them a 19-6 lead. So we gotta bounce back. Our offensive line needs to do a better job blocking and protecting in the second half if we want to be able to come back into this game. So let's go and do this before we break down the first half. 10, 14, 131. Bell 9 for 50 yards. $142, 147. So 58. So Hamilton has 14 attempts on 131 yards, 9.4 on average. 12 average for Saskatchewan, 147, 12.3 on average. 13 rushes for 68 yards. They have 8 rushes on 40 yards. Saskatchewan has 5 on average. Hamilton has 5.2. 4 team losses for 36 yards. 1 team loss for 5 yards. Net offense for Hamilton on 31 plays is 136 yards, 5.3 on average. Saskatchewan's 21 attempts for 182 yards, 8.7 on average. Hamilton has 4 pass first downs and 6 rush first downs and 2 penalties for first downs, as Saskatchewan has 6 rushes, 1 pass, and 1 penalty on first downs. Hamilton has 1 sack for 5 yards. Saskatchewan has 4 sacks for 36 yards. Hamilton is 4 for 12, 33.3 on second down. Riders are 3 for 8, 37.5 on second down. And Hamilton has 1 DNS, whereas Saskatchewan has 1 interception. 3 fumbles for Hamilton, 0 for Saskatchewan. 5 penalties for 64 yards for Hamilton, which we got to clean that up in the second half. And you have 3 penalties for Saskatchewan for 44 yards. Hamilton is 0-2 in the red zone. Saskatchewan's 0-0. Ticats have one interception return, 3 fumble returns. Hamilton's 2 for 2 for 21 yards. Saskatchewan's 1 for 2 for field goals. 59 is his longest. Hamilton has 4 punts for 176 for 44 yards on average. Saskatchewan has 3 punts for 180 and 60 on average. 2 punt returns for 35 yards for 17.5 punt returns. 2 punt returns for 30 yards and 15 on average. Hamilton has 2 kickoffs for 45 yards, 22.5 on average. And 1 kickoff return for 27 yards, 27 on average. Hamilton has 17 minutes and 22 seconds of time possession. And Saskatchewan has 12.38 seconds of time of possession. So Bo is 10 for 14, 131 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Greg Bell is 9 carries for 50 yards. Bo Levi is 3 carries for 16 yards, 5.3 on average. Jake Dolagal is 1 carry for 2 yards and 1 on average. Greg Bell is 4 for 4 for 47 yards, 0 touchdowns, 11.8 on average, 33 yards after catch. Kenny Lawler is 2 for 2, 38 yards, 7 yards after catch, 19 on average. Giovanni Robertson, 2 for 2 for 30 yards, 15 yards after catch, 15 on average. Brendan Larry Orange, 1 for 3 for 8 yards, 4 yards after catch, 8 on average. Keandre Smith, 1 for 2, 8 yards, 5 yards after catch, 8 on average. And then Tim White's 0 for 1. On defense, we have Kyler Fisher with 5 defensive tackles, Julian Hauser and Zamari Walton, 2 defensive tackles, Philip Awasi, 2 defensive tackles and a sack, Jonathan Moxey, who should have 2 interceptions in this game, but he screwed up on those 2. Jonathan Moxey, Casey Sales, and Simon Chavez each have, not Chavez, Mac Bannatyne each have 1 defensive tackle. Dustin Talbert has 1 interception. Mark Legos 2 for 2 for 21 yards. Nick Constantino is 4 punts for 44 yards. Longest is 51. Quintavian White, 2 punt returns for 35 yards, 17.5. 24 is his longest. Mark Legio, 1 kickoff for 79 yards and 79 on his average. And Quintavian White, 2 kickoffs for 45 yards and 22.5. I will be back in a second. I'm just going to go fill up my water bottle, and then I will get on with the home team player stats. Give me 1 moment. Okay, so we have Trevor Harris, 8 for 12, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 12.3 on average. AJ Ouellette, 7 carries for 37 yards, 0 touchdowns, 5.3 on average. Mario Anderson, 1 carry for 3 yards on 3 on average. Dante Myers, 3 for 3, 76 yards, 1 touchdown, 24 yards after catch, 25.3 on average. Tommy Neild, 2 for 2, 30 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 yards after catch, 15 yards on average. Keyshawn Johnson, 2 for 3 for 30 yards, 1 yard after catch, average of 15 yards. AJ Ouellette, 1 for 2 for 11 yards, 11 yards after catch, 11 on average. Duncan Busby and Joe Robicelli, each 0 for 1. Jamar Thurman, 4 defensive tackles, Mike Rose, 3 defensive tackles, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. AJ Allen, Roland Milligan, and Malik Carney, each 3 defensive tackles. Nelson Lacombo, 2 defensive tackles. Micah Johnson, 2 defensive tackles and a sack. Marcus Sales, 2 defensive tackles. Baldondo, 1 defensive tackle. Ali Sayad, 1 defensive tackle. CJ Rivas, 1 defensive tackle. Caleb Sanders, 1 defensive tackle and a sack. Shane Ray, 1 defensive tackle and a sack and a forced fumble. Keyshawn Johnson, 1 defensive tackle. And Benoit Marion and Koshi Oka each have special teams tackles. Brent Lothar is 1 for 2 for 59 yards and 1 extra point and a single. Joe Couch, 3 punts for 3 yards and an average of 60 yards, 72 longest. Dre McCray, 2 punt returns for 30 yards, 15 on average. Brett Lothar, 2 punts, 150 yards, 75 on average. And then Dante Myers, 1 kickoff for 27 yards, an average of 27. So, I'm not even worried about that right now. Let's see. This will do. Of course he would. Oh, I wish I knew what they were going to do for second half. See if I can find out. Okay, so they're taking the wind and the ball in the third. Both threw incomplete to Keandre Smith, so it's 2nd and 10 at the Hamilton 40 as the tracker is not working. Oh, here we go. So the kickoff was 47 yards to Hamilton 33. White returned it for 7 yards to Hamilton 40. And then both throws an interception. Previous plays under review. Okay. So Milanovic is challenging something. So Hamilton is challenging roughing the passer. So we will have to soon find out if it's roughing the passer after the commercial. I've seen Stranger Things. It's funny because play-by-play here says overturned, and they haven't even made the decision yet. So we don't know if it's overturned or what. I'm curious. I want to see something. Ours was 6. Theirs was 7. Oops, that's not what I want. AJ Ouellette has rushed for 2 yards to the Saskatchewan 42. Harris passes to Ouellette for 11 yards to the Saskatchewan 53. Devin Versek with the tackle. First down, Riders. AJ rushed for 7 yards to the Hamilton 50. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. Harris passes to Keyshawn Johnson for 20 yards to the Hamilton 30. Devin Verisek with the tackle. Nice. But there's a flag. Never heard of that before. High-low. Harris pass to Neal for 0 yards, tackled by Stubblefield. Saskatchewan gets a 15-yard penalty for a chop block. So it'll be 2nd and 25 at the Hamilton 45. Harris pass to Ouellette for 11 yards to Hamilton 34. So it'll be 2nd and 14. Brett Lawther misses a 42-yarder, and he gets a single. Mm, 131, about 9 for 50. Nothing's changed there. Tackle wise, seven tackles. Mm, 12 for 16. 99. Okay. 1 for 3 on field goals. 1 for 3 on field goals. I'm sure Hamilton takes it at the 40-yard line. Greg Bell rushes for 5 yards to the Hamilton 45, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Bo throws incomplete to Kenny Lawler, so it'll be 3rd and 5 at the Hamilton 45. Oh, what was that? A home or that? Okay, that was a home game, so they have yet to play in Saskatchewan. When do they play? BC, Hamilton, Edmonton. Week 19. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Rolling Hornell with the big play. So McCray goes to catch it. He fumbles it. He catches it. And then... So Constantino punts it for 54 yards to Saskatchewan 11. McCray returns it for 1 yard, fumbles it, and Horrell returns it to the Saskatchewan 12. Let's go, Horrell. Let's go. There's a flag on the play. So 2 players down, Malik Carney and an offensive tackle for Hamilton, or offensive line, Quentin Barrow. So Barrow gets a 10-yard holding penalty, so it goes back 10 yards. So Saskatchewan's own player tripped Carney. So it's 2nd and 20 from the 22. So good thing that the Ticats dressed that extra linebacker or offensive line, because now we have two backups. Okay, here we go. Oh. This is why we need to stop throwing the deep passes. That's twice now that Bo's throwing the deep passes and they've been friggin' interceptions. Throw for the short passes, take time off the clock, and you won't have these problems. Oh, my Lord. So Harris passes to Robustelli for 8 yards to Saskatchewan 28. Owen Hubert with the tackle. Yeah, so Bo needs to stop forcing the ball. AJ Ouellette rushes for 8 yards to Saskatchewan 36. First down, Riders. AJ Ouellette rushes for 2 yards to Saskatchewan 38, so it's 2nd and 8. Jonathan Moxley now injured. Just what we need. Good thing we're on a bye next week. Stevens rushes for 2 yards to Saskatchewan 47 for a first down. Harris passes to Robicelli for 13 yards to the Hamilton 50. Walton with the tackle, first down Riders. Harris passes to Keyshawn Johnson for 2 yards to the Hamilton 47. So it's 2nd and 8. Second and 8 for the Riders at the Hamilton 47. Harris rushes for 9 yards to the Hamilton 38. First down Ticats, or first down Riders. Harris throws to Keyshawn Johnson for 18 yards to Hamilton 20. Dustin Talbert. First down Riders. AJ Olette rushes for 5 yards to the Hamilton 15. Kyler Fisher at the tackle. So it's 2nd and 5 from the Hamilton 15. Harris passes short for 15 yards to the Hamilton end zone for a touchdown. To Robicelli. So they went to go for a 2-point convert and they failed 2 points. So let's go update these numbers. $18 for 22 for 53. $13 for 63 Myers. And Hamilton's defense. Fisher with 10 defense tackles. Save. So Lothar kicks off for 49 yards to the Hamilton 31. White returns for 4 yards to the Hamilton 35. Straker with the tackle. Saskatchewan's offside, so they're going to re-kick. Lothar kicks off 45 yards to the Hamilton 40. White returns 5 yards to the Hamilton 45. Anderson with the tackle. Both throws to Bridges for 5 yards to the Hamilton 50. Campbell with the tackle, so it's 2nd and 5. Oh, so they're saying that it's 7 yards to Hamilton 52, so it's 2nd and 3. Bo ends the quarter with an 11-yard pass to Tim White to the Saskatchewan 47-yard line. So it's 26-6 to start the fourth quarter, and Saskatchewan has the win. Bo throws incomplete to Brendan O'Leary Orange. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Saskatchewan 47. So Bo rushes for 10 yards, Saskatchewan 37. AJ Allen with the tackle, and penalty on Saskatchewan is declined. Bo throws incomplete to Tim White at the 1-yard line. So it's 2nd and 10 at the Saskatchewan 37. Bo Levi Mitchell throws to Shamar Bridges to Saskatchewan 26, first down Ticats. So someone replies to a comment on X. Hey, rather Hamilton go with a hurry up. I mean, the hurry up actually works. Bo throws incomplete to Kenny Lawler. Second and 10 at the Saskatchewan 26. Bo sacked for 6 yards to Saskatchewan 32. Legio kicks a 38-yard field goal. So it's 26-9. And that was a 38. 38. So that's 3, 4, 5 sacks. Harris throws it incomplete to Keyshawn Johnson, and then he throws a completed pass to Keyshawn Johnson for 16 yards to the Hamilton 54. AJ Ouellette rushes for 10 yards to the Hamilton 44. First down, Ticats. AJ Ouellette rushes for 11 yards to the Hamilton 33. First down, Riders. And then AJ Ouellette rushes for 6 yards to the Hamilton 38. So it's 2nd and 4. Harris throws incomplete pass to Keyshawn Johnson to the Hamilton 35. Why are you guys doing the wave? It makes no sense. So it's 3rd and 4 from the Hamilton 38. Brett Lothar, 46 yards, no good. So he's 1 for 4. Okay, so let's. So Harris is 9. So 19 for 25. 268. 15. 79. 6 receptions. 6 yards. Lothar is 1 for 4. Save. Ah. No, it hits the ground. That hits the ground. Phew. Okay, I'll take the incompleted pass to Keandre Smith any day of the week. Both throws to Smart Bridges for 11 yards to the Hamilton 41 for a first down. So Bo throws to Bell for 6 yards to Hamilton 47. Bo throws incomplete to Keandre Smith, so it's 3rd and 4 from the Hamilton 47. At this point, you just got to go for it on 3rd down. Bo throws to Kenny Lawler for 24 yards to Saskatchewan 39. First down, Ticats. Let's go.
He's winning 11-1.
Bo throws to Tim White, incomplete, and then he throws incomplete to Kenny Lawler. So it's 3rd and 10 on the Saskatchewan 39. Procedure. Bo Levi Mitchell sacked for 7 yards to Saskatchewan 51. So it is 3rd and 15. Okay, play-by-play tracker. Let's go. Come on. Let's get this updated. Hamilton doesn't have the ball. Still haven't been updated yet. So AJ Ouellette rushes for 0 yards to the Hamilton 51. And it's 2nd and 10. Hamilton uses its last timeout. Oh. Mayor. So why are you saying Mayor through that when it's Trevor Harris? It makes no sense. So it should be Trevor Harris that passed to Keyshawn Johnson for 30 yards to the Hamilton 21. Ouellette rushes for 4 yards to the Hamilton 17, 2nd and 6. So with that hit, Trevor Harris has to be taken out. So while we do that, let's edit this. 17 for 32. Make up your mind, people. 16 for 31. 201. And 2 interceptions. About 10 carries. And we have Waller 3. 2. Okay. Fisher with 12 defensive tackles. Tommy Stevens rushes for 5 yards to Hamilton 12. Amos with the tackle. Tommy Stevens runs for 2 yards to the Hamilton 10. First down, Riders. Stevens rush for 2 yards to the Hamilton 8. Tommy Stevens short pass to Keyshawn Johnson for 2 yards to Hamilton 6. So it's going to be third and 6. Brett Lawther finally makes a field goal at 14 yards. Surprise, surprise. Two for 5. Um, 268. Okay, that doesn't change. Johnson 8. Okay, so 58 seconds left. Lawther kicks off for 77 yards to Hamilton 3. White returns for 29 yards to Hamilton 32. So Taylor Powell is now in the game for 51 seconds. Kevin Brown rushes for 7 yards to the Hamilton 39. Why did we not see Kevin Brown earlier in the game? Taylor Powell passes to Bridges for 5 yards to the Hamilton 44. First down with 28 seconds left. Brown rushes for 6 yards to the Hamilton 50. Powell throws incomplete to Tim White to the Saskatchewan 45, and that ends the game. So even though we lose by 20 points, the what was I going to say? Ticats are going to go into the bye week, getting people healthy. And then I would hate to play against the Ticats on Labor Day against the pissed off Ticat team. So we'll see how things go in the bye week. Gordon White will be back for Labor Day. Wooden hopefully will be back by Labor Day. Cachatonis will be back. Peters will be back. Who else are we missing? I feel like I'm missing someone. But yeah, all of our injured players will be back for Labor Day. So it's going to be Toronto's the last team in the league. Hamilton's going to be fired up, pissed off, ready to win in Hamilton Stadium. So we will see how things go. But let's take one last look at the player stats and the team stats. Let's go with the home team first. Home team, Trevor Harris, 19 of 25. 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 10.7 on average. 58 was the longest. Jake Mayer, 1 for 1, 30 yards, 30 on average. Tommy Stevens, 1 for 1 for 2 yards, 2 on average. AJ Ouellette, 17 carries for 83 yards, 4.9 on average. Tommy Stevens, 4 carries for 12 yards, 3 on average. Trevor Harris, 1 carry for 9 yards, 9 on average. Mario Anderson, 1 carry for 3 yards. Keyshawn Johnson, 8 receptions for 118 yards. Deontay Myers, 3 receptions for 76. Joe Robicelli, 3 carries for 36, and Myers and Robicelli each have a touchdown. AJ Ouellette, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Tommy Neild, 3 receptions, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Duncan Busby, 1 reception, 7 yards. AJ Allen, 7 defensive tackles, 1 sack. Roland Milligan Jr., 4 defensive tackles, 1 interception. Jameer Thurman, 4 defensive tackles. Marcus Sales, 4 defensive tackles. Mike Rose, 3 defensive tackles and a sack. Micah Johnson, 3 defensive tackles and 2 sacks. Malik Carney, 3 defensive tackles and no sacks. Ali Saeed, 2 defensive tackles. CJ Rivas, 2 defensive tackles. Nelson Lacombo, 2 defensive tackles. Trayvon Campbell, 2 defensive tackles and an interception. Balcondo Dalke, each 1 defensive tackle. Caleb Sanders, 1 defensive tackle and a sack. Shane Wright, 1 defensive tackle and a sack. Keyshawn Johnson, 1 defensive tackle. Brett Lothar, 2 for 5 on field goals. Longest was 59, and he also hit an 18. Joe Couch, 3 punts, 60 on average. 72 was longest. Dre McCray, 3 punts for 31 yards, average of 10.3. Brett Lothar, 5 kickoffs for 319 yards, 63.8. And then Dante Myers, 1 kickoff for 27 yards for an average of 27. But Levi Mitchell, not as great as game. He's going to have 16 of 31 for 201 yards, 2 interceptions, 6.5 on average. Taylor Pell, 1 for 2 for 5 yards, 2.5. Greg Bell, 10 carries for 55 yards, 0 touchdowns. But Levi Mitchell, 4 carries for 26 yards and 0 touchdowns. Kevin Brown, 2 carries for 13 yards, 6.5 on average. Jake Dolagallo, 1 carry for 2 yards and 1 on average. Kenny Lara, 3 receptions for 62 yards. Greg Bell, 5 receptions for 52. Shamar Bridges, 4 for 35. Giovanni Robinson, 2 for 30. Tim White, 1 for 11. Brendan O'Leary Orange, 1 for 8. And Keandre Smith, 1 for 8. Kyler Fisher, with his very first start, had 12 defensive tackles. Mac Bonate, 4 defensive tackles. Jonathan Moxey, 3 defensive tackles with 2 should-have interceptions. Casey Sales, 3 defensive tackles. Deshaun Amos, 3 defensive tackles. Zari Walton, 3 defensive tackles. Dustin Talbert, 3 defensive tackles and an interception. Philip Osei, 3 defensive tackles and a sack. Devin Verasek, 3 defensive tackles. Julian Hauser, 3 defensive tackles. Reggie Stubblefield, 2 defensive tackles. Tim White, 1 defensive tackle. Shamar Bridges, Daniel Kawanu, and Owen Hubert, each with 1 defensive tackle. Mark Lego, 3 for 3. His longest was 38. Nick Constantino, 5 punts for 46 yards. Longest was 54. White with 2 punt returns for 35 yards. 17.5 on average. 1 kickoff for 79 yards. And then Quan Bin White, 5 kickoffs for 86 yards, return of 17.2. Before we finish things off, we're going to go to team stats. Hamilton, 33 attempts for 206 yards, 6.2. Saskatchewan, 28 attempts for 309, 11 on average. 17 attempts on rushing for Hamilton for 96 yards, and that's 5.6. Saskatchewan, 24 attempts, 108 on rushing, average of 4.5. Hamilton has 6 team losses for 47 yards. Saskatchewan had 1 team loss for 5 yards. Net offense, 56 plays for 255 yards, 4.6. Saskatchewan, 53 plays, 412 yards, 7.8. Hamilton, 11 rushes, 5 passes, 2 penalties for first downs. Saskatchewan, 14 rushes, 6 passes, and 1 penalty for first downs. 1 sack for Hamilton for 5 yards, 6 sacks for 47 yards for Saskatchewan. Hamilton, 9 for 23 for 39.1%. Saskatchewan, 11 for 21 for 52.4%. We have 2 interceptions and 2 DNS for Hamilton, 1 fumble and 1 interception for Saskatchewan, 3 fumbles for Hamilton, as Saskatchewan has 1 fumble for a loss for Saskatchewan. Hamilton has 7 penalties for 79 yards. Saskatchewan has 5 penalties for 64. Hamilton is 0-2 in the red zone. Saskatchewan is 1-2 in the red zone for 33.3. Hamilton has 1 interception for 0 yards return, whereas Saskatchewan has 2 interceptions for 20 yards. Hamilton has 3 fumble returns. Saskatchewan has 1. Hamilton is 3 for 3 for field goals. Saskatchewan is 2 for 5. Hamilton has 5 punts for 230 yards, average of 46. And Saskatchewan has 3 punts for 180 yards and 60 on average. Hamilton has 2 punt returns for 35 yards, 17.5 on punt returns. And Saskatchewan has 3 punt returns for 31 yards, 10.3 on average. Hamilton has had 5 kickoffs for 86 yards, average of 17.2. And Saskatchewan had 1 kickoff return for 27 yards. Time of possession is 29 minutes and 35 seconds, whereas Saskatchewan had 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Again, Hamilton loses 29-9. We are on a bye week this week. I'll have my review out later on this week as I'm on holidays. I'll also have a review for the fantasy as well. I'm just going to take a small break and then we'll probably join in progress. I don't know. We'll see how things go with or we may just watch along and watch the Montreal take on the BC Lions. But I do appreciate all 50 people joining us for the 3-hour stream. This is Rick from Ticats Talk Network as part of the Hamilton Sports Central, and have yourself a great rest of your day.